A simple way to break out of analysis paralysis, well, perhaps not simple at first, but simple with time, is to fully embrace the mindset that a step in the right direction is better than no step forward at all. Hi, everyone. I'm your host, Dr. Shafer of Talks with Dr. Shafer. I'm so glad you're here. You're joining me back for another short talk on Talks with Dr. Shafer, where we tackle important topics that help you master your mindset. I'm a physician, mom, life coach, musician, author, and I am passionate about storytelling as a tool to help you reclaim your story and build your most beautiful future. So let's get into today's topic to help you master your mindset. Today, we want to discuss analysis paralysis. What is it? Why does it happen? And how can you overcome it so that you can move forward to build that beautiful future that you want and deserve? Analysis paralysis, to be succinct, is to get stuck in the process of thinking about something to the point that you can't move forward on actually executing a plan. To exhaust yourself with repetitive thinking about potential outcomes to the point that you suffer from decision-making fatigue and feel unable to move out of the cycle of thinking about something to actually making a decision as to what you want to do to move forward. A simple way to break out of analysis paralysis, well, perhaps not simple at first, but simple with time, is to fully embrace the mindset that a step in the right direction is better than no step forward at all. The paralysis or inability to move forward experienced in analysis paralysis is rooted in anxiety or fear of possible future consequences to the steps we are considering taking. Why? Well, our brain likes to see patterns. It likes to say, I've seen this before, so this could happen. Thinking back to your fears surrounding decisions you've made in your life, did your worst fears actually come true? And if they did, in fact, come true, what came of those experiences? Were important lessons learned that helped you in the future? Was it as bad as you feared it would be? Did unexpected things happen that changed the trajectory of your life, your career, your journey in unexpected ways that were overall positive in your life, and that, from the perspective you have now, you're grateful for? When we look back with clarity on our past experiences, we often see that the anxiety we had surrounding potential outcomes of our decisions often far outweighed the actual consequences. In those circumstances, when we allow ourselves to stay stuck in that state of fear and anxiety, we are creating a mindset that expects those worst-case scenarios to come to pass. And the tricky thing about the brain is it really likes confirming what it suspects. That's called confirmation bias, and it is something that in research, for example, we know can throw off the validity of what we are trying to prove if we fall into the traps that our mind has set for us to go along with our hypothesis or beliefs about what we're studying. Our life experience is no different. If we're entertaining our limiting beliefs, fears, and anxieties about the future to the degree that we expect them to come to pass, our brain will find data in our environment to confirm those beliefs. That sounds really limiting, doesn't it? Like we're fencing ourselves in to stay stuck and confined by our fears, by the worst that we think or imagine could happen to us. But the amazing thing is, as much as our fears, anxieties, and limiting beliefs can act as limits, we can also decide that we do not have limits. We can live a limitless life through our mindset. We can work on a more measured assessment of our past, of the real cost of our decisions, as well as the cost of our indecision, and then moving forward, decide that we will lean into making decisions without fear and without undue shame or blame for what transpires. We will be accountable for our actions, but not invested in assigning blame. We will focus on growth and on how to best navigate the path that we wish to set upon with flexibility and a growth mindset. We will see our failures as stepping stones and setbacks as opportunities to reassess and ensure that if adjustments need to be made, that we make them. We can either stand in the way of our growth, or we can set our intention and release our energy to create forward momentum. Because sitting with our fears over potential outcomes is kind of like sitting inside of a vortex, a swirling tornado. It's destructive and it takes us nowhere. But we can step out of the vortex and use our energy to take our next best step, eyes forward. Like with all mindset shifts, the process begins with taking stock of where you are and where you have been, of honestly assessing what has occurred surrounding this particular issue. In this case, when we feel stuck and analyzing a potential choice rather than decisively and effectively moving forward through the process of decision making. Once you have honestly evaluated what that process has looked like for you and what the actual cost of your decisions have been, as well as the cost of indecision due to feeling trapped in the process of analysis, then you can start with asking the curious questions. Don't get furious with yourself for what has happened. Get curious about why and about what you would like to do moving forward. Because you have a choice. You don't have to continue to make decisions the way you always have. You don't have to let fear guide you. Your fear is a feeling, but it isn't who you are. And it may not be protecting you from a potential bad outcome. It may actually be holding you back from the future you are seeking. Because that fear that once might have kept you safe, perhaps when you were a young child, no longer serves you in the life you're living today. Just like you wouldn't wear a pair of shoes that you wore when you were 6, we don't need to follow the same rules of engagement with others that kept us feeling safe and secure when we were our younger selves. What if the thing you fear didn't happen? What if it works out? What if you do the thing you really want to do? What do you want to do? What is your goal? Why do you want to do it? Where do you really want to be? Asking yourself these questions and focusing on what you want and not on what you fear will give you more information about the right steps to take than ruminating on all of the potential problems ever could. So today, I hope you ask yourself, what do you want to do? And let us know what that is. We want to sit beside you on your journey forward and reclaim your story and build your most beautiful future. We can't wait to hear your story because you're going places no matter what. I hope you decide where that place will be. Thank you so much for joining me today on this short talk on Talks with Dr. Shafer. I hope it's been helpful for you and provided a tool to help you on your journey of reclaiming your story and building your most beautiful future through mastering your mindset. Please subscribe to the show and follow along for inspiring guest episodes every Tuesday where I interview amazing people who have reclaimed their stories and are living authentic, inspiring lives. And join me every Thursday for short talks like this one, where we discuss mindset topics from a neurologically informed perspective. And join me every Thursday for short talks like this one, where we discuss mindset topics from a neurologically informed perspective to help you jumpstart your journey to reclaiming your story and building your most beautiful future. Stay safe and take care, storytellers. I'll talk to you soon.